Hello dear students. In this video, we will see how to write algorithm. In fact, in the previous videos, we saw what is the difference between algorithm and a program and what do you mean by an efficient algorithm. But then we will now learn how are we going to write the algorithm. Yes, you heard it properly. I said, how are we going to write the algorithm? So everybody won't write the algorithm in the same way as we write. That means everyone has his or her own way of or style of writing an algorithm. An algorithm does not have any strict grammar or syntax. So what we are going to do is we know that algorithms can be always written or rather always written in natural language like English, but we are going to use C language for writing the algorithm, or most of our statements will be of C programming type, and I hope most of you will like it, because rather when I talk to so many students, they say, sir, nowadays after learning 4 years engineering and after writing so many programs, we are more comfortable reading a C language rather than English language. It sounds funny, but it's the truth. So basically we are very comfortable with C language, and it's good that we write our algorithms in C style. So here, as an example, I have written an algorithm which finds factorial of a number. Let's see, how do you write an algorithm first of all, or rather how we are going to write the algorithm. We will start our algorithm with the word algorithm always, and then what follows is some name of the algorithm. We will always give some name of the algorithm, and mostly after the algorithm we'll put a bracket, and in the bracket we'll write the input, that is the data on which the problem is solved. So here the data is simple number, data is n. So we'll write in the bracket int n. Mostly in programming languages, this int n written in the bracket becomes parameter, isn't it? And this entire line becomes int factorial, int n, isn't it? So here this can be thought of as a parameter to the algorithm on which the problem is getting solved. So the next thing we will do in this algorithm, well, I am not explaining how to find factorial of a number. That everybody knows how to find a factorial of a number, but then inside this factorial function will declare a variable f which will store factorial. Initially it is 1, and then we will have a loop. Now you check how we have written the loop has been written as x goes from 1 to n. Now this same loop will be written in C as for x is equal to 1 semicolon x less than or equal to n semicolon x plus plus, and the statement written in the loop is f becomes f into x, isn't it? So basically the for loop that we have written in the C has been written in some fashion like this in our algorithm. But I don't have any complaint if some student writes, instead of such a for loop which I am striking out, writes this entire for loop like this. Absolutely no problem, and we will accept that this is the algorithm. This is the algorithm. So no issues if you write exact C style. But instead of writing exact C style, then it will become the program itself, isn't it? So we can write in short x equal to 1 to n as I have written in this for loop, and f becomes f into x is the statement which is getting repeated by the for. And the last line is return f. Now return is definitely C like, isn't it? This is C statement which returns the value of f to the calling function or to the calling program. So this is how we are going to write the algorithm. All the algorithms will begin with brace open and end with brace close. Okay, we have used the words such as int and return. These are clearly keywords of C. So we take that liberty of using some words of C language. Now those who have not digested this, I mean, how are we writing something really C like? I have another way of writing the algorithm. Whatever suits you. Now here I have written the same algorithm called factorial. So I have started the algorithm with the word algorithm, and then what follows is the name of the function, and then I have written integer n, isn't it, instead of int n. Now you may write something like in the bracket here n colon integer. Some authors may write like this. This is Pascal style, which was a very old programming language. So the reader would say, okay, n is an integer, something like that. Then many algorithm writers would like to write begin and end instead of brace open and brace close. Acceptable. Then f is 1, and look at the for loop for x varying from 1 to n. So x will run from 1 to n and then multiply f with x and store the result in f. This is nonsense. I don't like it. And I'm sure you would say, what, sir? What have you written? Instead, it was better. You would have written this as for x equal to 1 to n, and f becomes f into x. This is so silly. The left hand side, that's what students say, sir, we are more comfortable with C style rather than somebody unnecessarily describes too many things in English. So I think that you will stick to the first method of writing the algorithm more often, that you can bring in C language grammar or syntax over there. It will be good. No one is going to complain. Okay. Now note, in the above algorithm, we take some more liberty. In the above algorithm, we do not bother about data types and size of the variables. For example, you notice we have said f equal to 1 directly over here, f equal to 1. Actually, f should be int. If you are finding factorial of an integer, then f should be int, isn't it? Or rather, f should be long int, because you know that factorial of a number can be very long. It can be a very big number. But then these data types are not mostly I'm saying, not written by the algorithm designers. These will be then further decided by the programmer. And if programmer feels that some variable is going beyond the range, if it is having a very large value, then the data type can be decided. So all these small little issues are not considered while writing the algorithm, but they are considered while writing the program. So lot of liberty we have, isn't it? Note, we have not even cared to declare f, isn't it? That's the big point. Although n has been declared, n is an integer, but we simply use the variables as you like. As they come, we keep using new variables, and then somebody who is implementing the algorithm will then decide what should be the data type, how much memory will that variable take. Okay, so this is what is going to be our way of writing the algorithm, isn't it? I hope you understand. This is the way. No, I'm sorry, not this. We will be using C style, and mostly we are going to develop the algorithms in this fashion. Now, in the next video, I will tell you, once the algorithm is designed by someone, how do you analyze the algorithm? What do you mean by analysis? I think in first video, I told you about what do you mean by time complexity and space complexity. We will see that further in the next video. Thank you very much.